High school between one of the better teams the GMC has to offer in the Lakota West Firebirds and the Mason Comets. My name is Isaac Vargo alongside my broadcast partner Trevor Rose. And Trevor, this is a game that doesn't really matter standings-wise because the playoffs are already figured out, but a game that really matters in terms of getting that momentum going into these playoffs.
Yeah, momentum is the name of the game heading into the playoffs. You've got to be hot throughout every single one of your games. And you look at the standings, obviously, like you said, the Comets, first place in the GMC, 15-0 in the conference, 20-1 overall. Their one loss came against Anthony Wayne up in Olmsted Falls in a tournament style in Lakota West, 10-5 in conference, 13-8 overall. It's going to be just a game of just hard playing the entire time.
And you talk about stats here. Lakota West is actually a really good team from the field. They have a couple key players. Catherine Fox is one of the best in the GMC with 16.7 points per game. That's third in the GMC, and she's the best at assisting the basketball. But talking back to those standings, it's a big game for both teams. One for Lakota West because they haven't beat Mason since 2019. They've lost 10 of their last 11. And for the Mason Comets, they're looking for their first undefeated GMC since 2021. We'll be right back here on ICRC for the coverage.
Can't believe you're doing this alone.
I've done it before.
I remember. You threw your back out. How you holding up?
Hand me that board.
Nothing wrong with getting help.
I'm good.
I did it when Felicia left.
I'll figure it out.
I know you will, but you don't have to do it alone. That's all I'm saying.
If I promise to look into it, will you drop it and help me build this fence?
Now you need my help.
It can be a real pain sometimes, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach.
How you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason.
Thank you.
A place to make my own. A place that I call home. This place that I call home.
Have you ever helped a fellow veteran?
Yes.
I do my best reaching out to my brothers and sisters in arms.
Have you ever asked for help yourself?
Most of us, we're not gonna admit that we need to help.
You don't have someone to kind of help you guide those thoughts. It can be really bad.
It's just a beautiful space when someone can trust you and say, listen, I need help.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
I surrender.
All right, pal. Get ready for the day, buddy.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. Do we have a gun?
What's up?
Do we have a gun?
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
ZWX.
You're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
You need some help?
Your tow chains are a little loose. Could spark a wildfire. I could show you how to secure them properly if you'd like.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out SmokeyBear.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
It's important to get a flu shot each and every year because flu viruses are constantly changing and immunity from the vaccine decreases over time. Flu vaccines are updated annually to work against that year's viruses. The best time to get your shot is in the fall, but getting it later can still help. Getting a flu shot lowers your risk of getting sick, and if you do happen to get flu, it's likely to be less severe.
We are back here at Mason High School for tip-off in the GMC between a couple of top 5 teams in Lakota West and Mason Comets. My name is Isaac Vargo alongside Trevor Rose. And Trevor, the last game of the regular season, no implications in this game, but some bad blood down there between the two GMC teams.
Yeah, just any GMC team, they're going to have bad blood between each other, just playing all the time, as we see here, not that far away, about 15 minutes separate these two schools.
As Gilman will launch a 3, start the game, and then she connects. Addie Gilman starting to catch fire towards this playoffs. She gets the Comets started.
Yeah, Gilman this season riding into this game, 26.5%, a little bit of a decline from last year, about 8% decline.
And then the
from
answer
last year
from Nielsen. She's more of a rebounder. She's 3 for 15, 20% this year from behind the arc. Just had her feet on the line there. Parrish trying to get it inside, wide open for Knight. Gets it to go. Comets are 2 for 2 on trips, so 2 open shots to start the game.
Yeah, great rebound there by Stanfield. Pull it down, give it to Knight, and Knight puts it up. A couple games ago, Stanfield had that big one where she had 19 points and 20 rebounds against Sycamore. It was a great game for her, and here she is rebounding again.
Just can't get that one to go. It's Haber, coast to coast with the left hand, can't finish, but Knight with another rebound. And we talked about it, Trevor, badness there from Haber. We talked about it for Lakota West. If they're going to want to win this game, it's going to be on the rebounding side.
Yeah, 100%. We talked earlier before we went live, like, this game could come down to who can rebound more between the Comets and Lakota West. Also, West, they come in with a better three-point shooting percentage, first in the GMC with a 35.1 compared to the Comets' 28.5.
They're led by Fox, who has it here in the corner. With around to kick ball on Maddie Parrish, McDonald's All-American.
We go back to look at the last two. Inside, back out, and the Gilman just raining it down. And then offline from Parrish, rebounded by Stanfield, put back up by Knight. 2 great shots for the Comets here early in this game.
Being inbound here for Bailiff. Let's see if good take there inside. It was their leading scorer, Fox. She's 3rd in the GMC in points. Parrish trying to get going. She's 0 for 2 to start the game, but Knight again with the rebound. Gilman fires. She's 2 for 2. Addie Gilman, and again, we talked about those offensive rebounds are starting to get to Lakota West. 3 of them already for the Comets.
Yeah, and West will go ahead and burn their first time out of the game already. 5:38 remaining in the first period as we go back and look at this. Great inside job back off shot for West, and then right down the court to Gilman. Gilman three-pointer just drills it.
And I think for the early timeout there from Lakota West, it's mostly to slow down this Comet team. When things aren't going right, you got to slow things down. It's only 8-4 lead, and it's early in this game. So when you see things that aren't right, like 3 offensive rebounds already a minute and a half into the game, you got to change some things.
Looking back at last game for the Comets, it was a big win against Oak Hills. 42-36 win. Parrish had 14 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. Stanfield had 9 points, 4 rebounds and assists, and Gilman actually drained 2 threes in that game, had 8 points total with 2 rebounds.
Talk about a team in the GMC that could make a big push. Oak Hills has tested the Comets twice this year. Fox is the conductor of this offense. She finds Bailiff. Bailiff doesn't connect there. Another rebound for Stanfield. Parrish taking it coast to coast. She can't get it to go. She's 0 for 3 start. Fox steps back for a triple. Just off the front iron. And a hard rebound there. It was in the middle. It was Haber trying to go for rebound. Nielsen trying to get the rebound.
Wasn't that it wasn't intentional at all on the rebound. It went over the back, so it was already out, and then just momentum carried her into Habra. It's all good, though. Habra not injured, neither is Nielsen. Let's see how it goes for the remainder.
Kessler checks into the game. She shoots a wide open mid-range right there. She gets it to go. And Kessler's been that big spark, especially on the defensive end, that this Comet team is needed. When Maddie Parrish isn't right and they need someone on the defensive end, she's been that perfect fill-in player.
Yeah, has been a great player for the Comets this year. Only 3.2 points per game, but still, that's not even the biggest part of her. She's just there to cover up a body.
Fox, a little too strong off the back iron. Both stars a little quiet today. 0 for 4 there for Parrish. Fox taking it to baseline. Lakota West not afraid to shoot that three-point shot as we've seen early in this game.
Neither team are.
Finds Nielsen. 2 attempted three-pointers for a girl that's 3 for 15 on the season coming into this game. Talking about three-pointers, Gilman tried to get her 3rd to go of the game. Couldn't get it to drop. And off the leg, will go the Comets' way.
That was off the leg and out of bounds for the Comets. Checking out will be Gilman and Stanfield. Habra and Jazz Johnson will enter the game.
Jazz Johnson just committing to Wilmington University. Congratulations to her. She's one of those three-point shooters for this Comet team. Number 5. She'll find a three-pointer here. Just off the back iron. Another offensive rebound. Haber has it. Can't get to go. Knight again. Count it and 1.
That first rebound by Knight, she kind of tipped it right at Habra. Habra put it up, unable to go. Rebounded by Knight again, and Knight puts it right back up and gets the and 1. You see it. The first shot, Jazz Johnson offline, tipped to Habra, back out, and pulled in while being pulled down by 3 players on this Lakota West team.
Annalie Knight did not get any playing time last year for this Comet team. Another offensive rebound there goes to Habra. And that's just been the story of this first quarter, it seems. It's been offensive rebound. The Comets have been working. It's Parrish, always in attack mode. Finds Johnson. Comets decide to slow it down. Haber's had a quiet year at the three-point line. Found Knight in the middle and a tough foul there down low. A couple of physical plays so far from Lakota West we see right here. Great pick and pop there. Haber finding the inside. Got there a little bit too early, trying to get the hands up. Looks a little bit worse than it could have been.
Yeah, and Annalise Knight heading to the line, 53.3% from the free throw line this season. has already missed one today. And she'll miss another.
Long on-pitch shot. It's no good. We talked about the high-powering offense of Lakota West. They were better from the three-point line in the comments. They almost have a better field goal percentage, but so far they've been cold all day. And Haber again working down low. Knight down low again. The Comets have dominated on the offensive end and the offensive boards. It's 14-4 in this early start. Exactly what you don't want to see if you're Lakota West, being down early on the road against this Comet team. Good take inside there from Bailiff.
Foul by Jazz Johnson will send Bailiff to the line. Bailiff on the season, 81.6% from the free throw line. As you see the foul right there, hits the arm. I mean, again, like we said, Isaac, this Lakota West team, first in free throw percentage, first in three-point percentage, sitting fourth in field goal percentage. Comet sitting second in field goal percentage with a 42.2 as the first one not able to go.
Second one gets it to go. Just about 2:40 left in this first quarter. Sanfield thought about it from three. She hasn't shot nearly any three-point shots. Gideon Dungeon will charge his first timeout of the first quarter. We'll take a quick break here on ICRC TV. About 2:30 left. The Comets have dominated on the offensive glass, leading to a 14-5 lead.
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
ZWX.
you're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
Back here on ICRC TV, Comets lead 14-5. Haber thought about it. Lakota West changing this 2-3 defense, trying to slow the Comets down the offensive glass. Johnson fires, can't connect, rebound Bailiff, goes to Fox. No one picks her up. Three-pointer there. Goes on top of the backboard. Isabella Saunders checked in over the timeout. The only freshman that plays on this team. She's started a lot of games this year, played in all 20 games.
Skillman will check in for the Comets in with Imani Johnson.
Haber will take it up. About 2 minutes left in this first quarter. Only 3 fouls combined from both teams. Haber from the top of the key. She got it to drop. Another open look for the Comets.
And Haber this season, 26.5% from three-point line. Has had a bit of a down season as a foul will be called on Stanfield down inside the paint.
Great backdoor cut there from Reese Johnson. A lot of her attempts this year have been from the three-point line. Talking about threes, great shot there from Haber. Starting the season off, she started 1 for 10 from the three-point line, but then has started to bring it back into her normal gear. Blake Johnson, another missed free throw. It's just been a disaster first quarter for Lakota West. Second one drops. Checking in for Lakota West, Cindy Williams, excuse me.
Haber will take it up the court. Parrish, has been off a little bit today, 0 for 4 from the field.
Yeah, and we've seen she's gone off to slow starts, but she ends up at the end kind of getting that high streak, bringing it back to 50% on the day, most days. In the passing lanes there was Williams. But Haber steps up again, knocks down another one. Talk about 2 good starts. Knight, she's on the bench right now, but she's been great on the offensive glass. Haber's been facilitating, and that's the thing for this Comet team. Maddie Parrish, when she's not on, there's still plenty of weapons Inside, good look there. Good take all the way to the basket was the freshman Saunders. And that's a good high percentage look. We haven't seen almost any high percentage looks for this Lakota West team. Stanfield will take it coast to coast.
A great run in by Stanfield and able to get the shot up, making it 21-8 here in the first period with about 30 ticks remaining.
Fox has been quiet. She'll take it in. Coast to coast. Maddie Parrish says no. 25 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Maddie Parrish, we talk about her a lot, has been one of the leading scorers for this Comets team for a while. 95-9 record at Mason as a starter. Wednesday broke the 1,500 mark on points, 1,500 points in her Mason career. Been a phenomenal Mason career for Parrish.
Definitely going to see her in the rafters in a couple of years. One of the best Mason players to ever come here. Has about 6 seconds left. They'll stay Lakota West ball. See if they can get anything going here. It hasn't led all day long. Has mostly been down double digits in this first quarter. Bucket here from Lakota West would be huge. Fox has been quiet. Miscommunication there. It's killer. It's about 6 seconds. The Comets will have a chance.
Yeah, that was a big miscommunication there, and could be a costly one. As you look, she tries to go over Parrish's back and just doesn't get anyone. 6 ticks remaining. Maybe try to get something going.
Comets plenty of time to find their spot. Gilman tried to find Habra, but couldn't. A couple turnovers, 2 turnovers in the last 6 seconds from both of these teams gives Lakota West another chance with 1.9 seconds, enough to shoot. Half-court heave is no good. The Comets will lead 21-8 at the end of the first quarter after dominating performance on the offensive glass. We'll be right back here for some second quarter action on ICRC.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
I surrender.
All right, pal. Get ready for the day, buddy.
Hey, Dad. Do we have a gun?
What's that?
Do we have a gun?
We are back at Mason Arena for second quarter action. Parrish inside.
Stanfield takes it in, gets fouled. And that was the main part of this first quarter. It was Knight and Stanfield, both on the court right now. We're dominating the Firebirds on the offensive glass, leading to second chance points for this Comet team.
Yeah, and not to mention Haberl as well, getting rebounds. As Stanfield will miss the first one. Stanfield on the season, 64.7% free throw shooter.
Second one is good. 22-8 is the score to start the second quarter of play. Catherine Fox taking it up court right now. Only 2 points in that first quarter out of the 8. But she's been one of the best players in this GMC conference this year, averaging about 16.5 with the most assists in the GMC at 4.8 per game. She'll launch one from way downtown and knocks it down. Fox showing the range to start this second quarter, and that might be a spark for the Firebirds to get going.
could possibly be the spark that they needed as Stanfield gets it up. And she's just great being a big body down low and getting it up and in.
And Stanfield, only a freshman, which is kind of crazy to comprehend. Biggest on the court out there. Most physical on the court, not afraid to show a presence out there. It's Bailiff fighting with Gilman. Fox trying to get going. Get it inside. Another three from Fox, just off the back iron. Comets have led by double digits almost all night long. Stanfield thought about a three, now launches and got it to go. A rare three-point attempt and make from Taylor Stanfield.
Yeah, Stanfield are heading into this game 28.4% from behind the arc and just drills that one to extend the lead to 16.
You can see that confidence. We saw a couple of times she was thinking about shooting it, but right there, thought about it, but then decided she was going all in, making that shot. Lakota West trying to find that spark. Great look inside there from Fox to Nielsen.
We'll go back and talk about Fox. You said that she's one of the best scorers in the GMC, sitting third in the GMC with points per game with 16.7 behind Princeton's Mary Girton and the Comets' Maddie Parrish.
Habra taking it coast to coast, doing what she does best with the right hand. That's what you see from great teams. When one team like Lakota West, they already have 5 points in this first 1.5, starting to be better from the offensive end. They've answered every call the Comets have on the way down. Backdoor cut from Barber, blocked by Habra. Parrish taking it coast to coast. No one stops the ball. She can't get it to go. Stanfield fighting, and it's a hold on Lakota West.
Great job by Stanfield to get in there and just rip the ball away from Lakota. That's what she's been doing all night. Same with Annalise Knight. And just the entirety of this Comets staff just been absolutely ripping the ball away from Lakota, not allowing anything.
Parrish trying to get in the scoring column, can't. And Stanfield trying to save it. I mean, you look at the Comets are going to have Stanfield for another 4 years, including this year. And you see someone out there that's a freshman that's doing everything on both ends of the court. It's a really good sign, especially if you're Coach Dungeon. Him being his first year, the Comets have made it as easy as possible. And a nice J there from Bailiff. Underrated player on this Lakota West team. He's been moving around, getting through screens, had the difficult task guarding Anna Habra. Parrish finds Stanfield. It's off the back iron this time. And they'll stay here. As if you're Lakota West in this game, you already have your game against Lebanon next Tuesday, but in this game, they really have a great opportunity. They're at Mason, but they're facing the best competition going into the tournament. And it seems like so far they've taken it a little bit for granted. Not a lot of physicality, and not a lot of effort trying to go out there and get a win here at Mason. Nice offensive rebound there. Grabbed by Williams. Barber guard by Kessler, but in the back was Stanfield. It's the Comets' first foul of the quarter, but Stanfield's second of the game. So you'll have to sub out. Habra checks right back in.
And again, we were talking about the best competition hanging into this playoffs. The Comets have the #1 seed in the Southwest District. They will play Western Hills at Fairfield on the 19th to start their game, to start their playoff season.
Habra pulls up short. As Knight goes down. They had numbers. Well, they decide to take it. Three-pointer there, off back iron again. Habra. It's a track meet here in the second quarter. As Gilman launches one. That's off the back, but again, Habra wanting it more. Count it. Oh, giving the charge on Anna Habra. And again, you see the Comets just look like they want it more right now.
They do. As we take another look in.
It's a close call, but
it's definitely a call that could have gone either way.
Johnson was established, maybe not fully centered, but established nonetheless. Comets get the three-point play erased. It only remains a 14-point game. About 3 minutes left to spend all Comets. Barber with the mismatch of Johnson. Kicks it over to Johnson. Fox. Inside. Good take there and finish from Nielsen. She's had a couple impressive moves in the post on some really good Comet defenders.
Again, Isaac, one thing that we're really waiting for is for Parrish to heat up. She's been on a little cold streak to start this game, 0 for 6, I think, from the field.
Great defense there from Johnson. Huge bucket here for Lakota West if they can get it to go. Nielsen, another one. Turnaround, professional shot right there. Comets won't lead down to 10. Lakota West slowly edging their way back. About 2 minutes to go.
It's the one prior when she had that great spin in the post and then the fadeaway. Great shot there.
And that's good defense from Knight, but it's just better offense from Nielsen. Someone that really hasn't been the huge scorer this year, more have been in that rebound role, About 10 minutes, 2 minutes left in the half. Comets lead by 10. It'll be Kessler, Habra, Johnson, Knight, and Parrish out for the Comets.
And Parrish, again, keep preaching on it, one of the best players on this team. Just sometimes you have games that aren't yours. You just you have days that aren't yours. But we expect that coming out of this timeout, we see something ignited, or maybe even after halftime, we see something ignited. 2 minutes left in the first half.
Habra finding Johnson. Another inside look. Great passing there. Clinic from the Comets. Lucky to get the pass there from Knight, but great look to the opposite side to Kessler. Fox looking. Great pass there, but Johnson was there. Good heads up there from Maurice Johnson to get the ball back and get that jump ball possession going in the Firebirds' way.
And checking in for the Comets is Gilman and Victoria Rodriguez.
Lakota West trying to get that lead under 10 going into the half. It's Fox has 5 today. Bailiff just off the front iron. Rodriguez in the game. She hasn't got a lot of minutes this year, but plus size, one of the seniors on this Comet team. Getting some plus minutes. Parrish, great find to Johnson. Off the front rim, but Rodriguez again. Habra got it. Again, the Comets connect with a 3. Basket counts, going the other way with a foul, though, in the push after the basket. But here is Habra.
Just a great read and a great shot by Habra, and you see the kind of the push there from Parrish with 53.7 left. It was kind of a she kind of backed off and backed up and kind of fell into her, and that's where the foul was occurred.
Under a minute, fouls aren't a problem. 2 fouls for the Firebirds, 3 for the Comets. Fox launches one way off. Habra taking it coast to coast. No one's stopping the ball. She pulls up. Anna Habra is having a great second quarter of play and a first half for this Comet team. Lead is to 17, the biggest of the day for the Comets. About 20 seconds, you'd think it'd be one shot for the Firebirds. 10 to go. Inside the freshman Saunders, but out of bounds. And another chance late in the quarter for the Comets to get more insurance for this lead. About 5.5 seconds to go in the half.
With 5 seconds, hopefully just try to get down the court and hope for a half-court shot, or maybe just get closer and get the 3.
Plenty of time. Parrish launches off the back iron. Almost got it to go. The Comets lead by a comfortable 17 at the end of 2. We'll be back for second half action here on ICRC.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome. Prediabetes does. 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, but with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. And you can change the outcome. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test today. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org.
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you. But how long will you fight solo? I wonder if you know that we can get help. Not wondering anymore. Love, your mind.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right seat.
All right, I'm in the house.
Okay, what do you see?
Nothing yet. Hold on, I think I just heard something. I'm heading upstairs.
Okay, I am almost there.
I'm in the bedroom.
Okay.
Oh shit, it's not here.
What?
The gun's not here.
What do you mean? Where is it?
Cameron, are you in there? Open the door. Cam! Come on, Cameron.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
How you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason.
Thank you.
A place to make my own. A place that I call home. This place that I call home.
Have you ever helped a fellow veteran?
Yes. I do my best reaching out to my brothers and sisters in arms.
Have you ever asked for help yourself?
Most of us, we're not gonna admit that we need to help.
You don't have someone to kind of help you guide those thoughts. It can be really bad.
It's just a beautiful space when someone can trust you and say, listen, I need help.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff,
Mama!
like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right seat.
I surrender.
All right, pal. Get ready for the day, buddy.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. Do we have a gun?
What's up?
Do we have a gun?
You need some help?
Your tow chains are a little loose. Could spark a wildfire. I could show you how to secure them properly if you'd like.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out SmokeyBear.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
It's important to get a flu shot each and every year because flu viruses are constantly changing and immunity from the vaccine decreases over time. Flu vaccines are updated annually to work against that year's viruses. The best time to get your shot is in the fall, but getting it later can still help. Getting a flu shot lowers your risk of getting sick, and if you do happen to get flu, it's likely to be less severe.
Our first item of business is a presentation, which is a swearing in of a new officer.
A freeze-on mayor with Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus.
Merry Christmas.
Brings it himself inside the tent. Touchdown, Marymount!
From the top of the key, Anna Habra ties the score.
You need some help?
Your tow chains are a little loose. Could spark a wildfire. I could show you how to secure them properly if you'd like.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out SmokeyBear.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Second half action here at the Mason Arena between the Lakota West Firebirds and the Mason Comets. My name is Isaac Vargo, alongside my broadcast partner, Trevor Rose. And Trevor, the Comets in their finale in the regular season, they haven't disappointed. They haven't looked forward to that playoffs. They've been taking care of business in this first half.
Yeah, and the biggest thing that we'll go ahead and highlight from that is the total rebounds. We said at the top of the broadcast that rebounds will be the big part of the game. The Comets have 20 rebounds to the Lakota West 9 and 12 second chance points for the Comets.
And Trevor, this Comet team, they really lead on three players in Stanfield, Habra, and Parrish. And just talking about Parrish and Habra, they combined for 51% of their points all year long. And if you add Stanfield, 66%, but Parrish held scoreless in that first half of play. Still, between those three, 55% of the points came between Habra and Stanfield. Look at this ball movement. Gilman in the corner. What a start for this second half. Ball movement perfect for Gilman, starting the second half how she started the first half.
Yeah, and the Comets in the first half, 38.5% from behind the arc. Now 6 for 14 from behind the three-point line.
Turnaround Jay. Comets going in transition. Habra one-on-one, hard to stop without giving up a layup or fouling.
Look back at this last three. Pass across tonight. Back to Habra, over to Gilman, and just drains it right down as Habra goes to the line. Habra on the season, 71.2% from the line. And overall, this Comet team from the line today, 1 for 5, make it 2 for 6.
Yeah, it's something definitely when you come playoff time that the Comets are going to have to do at a really good level, is making those free throw shots, because at the end of the day, when you make those free throws, that's kind of the difference in the game. We saw with the boys game last night, the Comets, the Mason boys basketball team, upsetted Middletown last night, and it was because 22 for 25 our boys team went from the free throw line. Stanfield, what a first half she had. Habra for three.
Tipped out of bounds by Parrish. It will go the other way.
The Comets have been leading by around 12, 15, double digits all game long. Lakota West hasn't really had an answer. And when they have had the answer, the Comets have been fighting right back and having an answer of their own.
And we talked about the largest lead today, as a push will be called on.
I believe it's going to be Mason. On the night.
It'll be Stanfield with the push.
Stanfield's third of the day, the first foul of the Comets in the second half. They didn't have any problems with the fouls in the first half. 2 in the second quarter, 1 in the first quarter. Bailiff, sweet three-point stroke there. Talk about the star players. Maddie Parrish 0 for 6 in the first half, no points. And then Fox with 5 points. 2 of the best players in the GMC all year long. Fox will have it here off the miss from the Comets.
Parrish again, another miss.
Bailiff. Would have been huge. She could have knocked that down. One of the first offensive rebounds today for Lakota West. And then a step around, turn around there from Bailiff again. Comets up 17, but still needing something here is Parrish. Can't connect again.
It has not been Parrish's day. And sometimes you have games like that where it's just not yours. And just unlucky on the bounces sometimes.
You've seen that with these star players at schools that win the state titles. Of course, the Comets that's their #1 goal this year. You saw it last year with the baseball team for Mason. Jake Hanley, like, you have those star players. Your best players have to show up in the biggest moments. Gilman connects, and that's what they're going to need. Gilman has been on fire from 3 today. She's got 12 exclusively from behind the three-point line.
Yeah, it makes her 4 for 6 today.
3-point there. Can't get it to drop Stanfield. Corrals another rebound. Parrish in the middle. Can't get it. West has numbers. Will they elect to use it? They won't. Instead, it'll be a turnover.
Originally knocked away there by Annalise Knight and then picked back up by Parrish. Great block inside the paint, and then the rebound for Comets.
And mostly, when we see Parrish having bad games, mostly there's some points on the board because she goes to the basket so often. She goes to 3 there. It's way short. As she usually goes to the basket, gets really good free throw shooter, gets some shots, but she just looks a little bit tired, a little bit fatigued.
Gilman's last 3 just absolutely drains it. I was checking in for the Comets is Dia Kessler and Natalie Schaefer.
Schaefer's first appearance today. One of the taller players on this Comet team. That's one of the things with this Lakota West team. They're not the tallest in the GMC. They're about, the tallest players are around 5'11", 6 foot, around the same height as a couple Mason players. Bailiff has been knocking it down this second half. She's got 8 of the 9 Firebirds' second half points.
Yeah, and in the first half, Bailiff had 3. It was one of their leading scorers. The total leading scorers was Nielsen with 6 and Fox with 5, and then Bailiff, like you said, with 3.
And she's guarding. When she's guarding, she looks like a whole different player in the second half. There wasn't a lot of energy from this Lakota West team in the first half, and she looks like she's brought a spark for this team. Still down 17, though. That's what happens when you get yourself in a hole in that first half.
We'll go back to that last bucket for Lakota. Right off the pass, Bailiff able to just put it up, and it was a great shot by Bailiff.
And 22,
Kessler will inbound. Laughing with Habra. What do you think they're talking about, Trevor?
Yeah, just get the ball in and get it to the rim.
Knight inside. Footwork, can't get it to go. Fox finds Bailiff. Almost got to go. And you see from a scorer like Fox, she is first in the GMC in assists, but you would think she'd be a little bit more looking at the basket, ready to shoot. As Haber got tangled up there. She's had a lot of injury problems in high school with mixture of soccer and basketball. It's something I want to see. She comes up hobbling. Having a good moment there for friend Bailiff.
When you look back at it, she got tangled up, and then she went down kind of hard on that wrist and that hip area. Kind of banged up from it. We wonder if that will actually affect her, or if it was, just a little stinger for a second.
This backdoor cut there, big foul on Fox. And that's something Lakota West has done extremely well today, using those backdoor cuts. Great passes from Bailiff, Fox, and the crew. But still down 17. It's been that first half that really killed the Firebirds. It's the first one. Fox, an extremely efficient free throw shooter.
82.1 on the season, and again, Lakota is first in the GMC with free throw percentage team-wise, as the jump ball will be called and it goes to the Comets.
Griffin checking in. Candy Griffin checking in for the Firebirds, her first appearance of the game. She's guarding Haber at the ball here. A little bit of a trap. Stanfield launches from three. A little short, gets her own. Haber almost got it to drop.
The Comets have had some unlucky bounces today off the rim. And that one, another example of it, and a lot of Parrish's last couple shots have been very, very unlucky.
Fox short there from three.
And Isaac, we talked earlier about the big three for the Comets, Parrish, Stanfield, and Habra. But we can talk about Lakota West's big three as a three-point shot offline. But the big three for Lakota, Sydney Williams, Catherine Fox, who has been one of the best all year, and then Bailiff, who we've talked about today. So far, throughout the entire season, 70.6% of their points have been from the three, their big three. 8 for 19 in the first half, 42% of their points came from the, quote, big three, as going up the court is Fox.
As said, another shot up for Bailiff. Can't get it to go, and she looks like a confident stroke. Just a little bit off, trying to get her team back into the game. Yeah, as you said, a lot of those being juniors and sophomores for this Lakota West team. So a lot of experience out there. Has had a lot of experience for a long time together, playing 8th grade middle school years, have that experience together. And next coming years, we talked about it with Sycamore. They got a ton of freshmen on the team. It might not be the Comets every year for the next 3-4 years. Parrish gets on the board. Her first points of the day in just about 3 quarters. Comets couldn't get back. Fox missed the three. And essentially a stalemate in this third quarter. The Comets lead by 18, 46-28 here in the finale of the regular season. We'll be back for fourth quarter action here on ICRC.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
I surrender.
All right, pal. Get ready for the day, buddy.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. Do we have a gun?
What's up?
Do we have a gun?
Back for fourth quarter action here at the Mason Arena. It's been all Comets first 3 quarters. They lead by 18. My name's Isaac Vargo alongside Trevor Rose. And Trevor, what have you seen from this Comet team in this final game of the regular season, the GMC?
Rebounds, and more rebounds from this Comet team. I mean, they've absolutely dominated the rebound game and points after the rebound. Second chance points have been huge for the Comets, and Lakota, that's the reason why they haven't done much of anything today, because they haven't gotten rebounds and they haven't been able to get those points when they do get rebounds.
Fox stays quiet, so with Parrish, but someone that hasn't been quiet, Stanfield, all year long. We've talked about in almost every broadcast about how these freshmen have been so good for this Mason team. Talked about Anna Habrath a couple years ago, Gilman last year, and then this year Stanfield. Stanfield might have had the best freshman season out of those 3, which is a really encouraging sign. As, of course, next year there'll be no Maddie Parrish for this Comet team. She'll be graduating, but still have Anna Haber, Gilman, and company. Fox has been quiet. Bailiff has been more of the star of the show. She'll have it here on the wing, guarded by Gilman.
So we talk final game of the regular season for both teams. As we look ahead at playoffs, Lakota West has to go and play Lebanon in the finale, and foul will be called.
Charge there. Haber will take it. It's always that best feeling in basketball when you can get that charge call, putting your body on the line. As Bailiff couldn't slow the breaks down. Great pass there, but nonetheless, still goes the Comet way.
Yeah, and talking again about Lebanon. Lebanon sitting about 4th in the ECC. Sorry, 5th in the ECC with a 11-11 record, winning their last game against Loveland 52-41. And Lakota West, if they have a chance to be able to go into that game, has talk about another unlucky bounce for Parrish. I mean, and Stanfield shaking up.
Stanfield shaking up on the other side. Just getting up. It's something you can't have affect you. She's maybe one of your most valuable players on this team. Up 19, 6 minutes left. Someone you definitely can't have any injury problems with. You kind of see here. Looks like she landed in that right section. Yes, she's had that leg brace on all year long. She hasn't had any problems with that, but maybe that was
that looked like the other knee. Looked like she went and grabbed that other leg around the hip, knee area. So that one will go out of bounds on Lakota West.
As the Comets, we said before, they play Western Hills on Wednesday, and we've seen what Coach Batul has done the last couple of years, trying to get that bye. You can have that bye so that you don't play a team like Western Hills that isn't as strong as an opponent as you could play in the second round, but the Comets are opting to play that first round game. You would have a week off if you don't play that game, but it'll go off Lakota West. Interesting call there. Could have went either way. It'll go the Comets' way as
you look back at it and it was blocked by Knight. And I don't know if I quite agree with that one, but I'll go ahead and take it.
As it's a warning there from Lakota West on the sideline. Comets up 19, 5.5 left. Lakota West hasn't led all day.
Yeah, we started the game with the Gilman three-pointer, and it's been
Parrish
all Comets.
got it, and that is huge for her confidence. You knew she needed, even if, yeah, the points might be going down with 5 points, but even, it's not even for that. It's more to get that confidence back going into the playoffs. You always want to, you know what they say in the gym, you always want to end on a make, and this might not be your last shot, but to have that three-pointer is huge. She gets the rebound there. She takes it coast to coast, and Maddie Parrish, 2 straight buckets. That might be the Maddie Parrish we know. She's up to 7.
Up to 7 with 4:45 remaining. I mean, there's still a chance maybe we see her in double digits.
Knowing her, she'll probably put up 20, and that average will go up on the season. She's feeling it here. Another block on the defensive end.
Yeah, we look back at these last two. There's a pull-up three, guarded heavily, shot made, and then the next one right down coast to coast, like you said, Isaac, on Bailiff and also on Nielsen, just drives right in and able to put it up as Coach Dudgeon will take his 3rd timeout of the game.
Yeah, talking about playoffs, Dakota West has Lebanon, as we mentioned before, and that's kind of a good matchup for them. Lebanon ranked 128th in Ohio, Dakota West 85th, but looking at that's a good matchup for them to get their momentum going. They have the players to put up a good run this season. They just got to, as we said, get on the offensive glass, and they can make a push this year. If the Comets win, they'll most likely play Springboro, who took them out last year in their hopes of winning the state title.
Yeah, that Springboro game, I mean, they had that one girl that was just pulling up from the volleyball line all night long and was hitting everything.
And then Maddie Parrish had about, I remember, 34 points it was.
It was Parrish and Habra combined for 50 of the 56 points that the Comets had in that game, I'm pretty sure. And also the winner of those two games, the winner of the Comet Western Hills game will either be, they will either play Centerville or Springfield in the 2nd round.
So probably Centerville, even if it's Springboro, hopefully, because Comets have had some history with Centerville last couple of years. Parrish, strong there on the back iron. Should have been out of bounds, not called. Johnson off the front iron. Lakota West, ball don't lie, get it back. Down 22 with about 3.5 left. Comets, not all the starters are out there, but Maddie Parrish still out there. Looks like Dudgeon trying to get her confidence back, as she'll probably be the leading scoring option in this lineup. It's Fox trying to get some points to end the game here. Good take inside there from Reese Johnson.
Bounced off her head and went out of bounds for the toss. And then, talking about that game last year against Springboro, Maddie Parrish, 36 points. Habra had 18. The rest of the team combined, Gilman had 6, Kessler 2, and A's Knight had 2. And talking about Springboro's side, Bryn Martin, 33. She was 4 for 8 from outside the arc. It was just killing the Comets all night long.
Yeah, it's tough to face a person like that shooting 60%, and then from inside and outside just on fire. But I'm sure the Comets on their way to Dayton will have to run back into her again, and especially seniors like Maddie Parrish. Also, Knight, like a couple of those people that played her last year will definitely want that revenge.
And we talk about seniors for this team as it goes down the court.
Monty Johnson couldn't get it to drop. Could have been a foul. Russell hold off the whistles. Up 20 with about 2 minutes left, as Parrish will sits at the bench for most likely the rest of the game. Ends with 7 points, all those being in the fourth quarter. The first time this year she was held 3 straight quarters with no points. Impressive Lakota West on the defensive end. Monty Johnson, one of those seniors. Miscommunication there with Gilman.
You know, just a bit outside from the pass over to Gilman, and you know, goes sailing out of bounds like we said. Talking about seniors for this team, 9 seniors for this Comet team this season.
And you got to think, there's a couple underclassmen for this JV team, but they're going to rely a lot on that development in the next couple of years, because leaving 9 people behind is killer for this Comet team.
Yeah, and leaving probably one of the best. And as we see the Fox, the fake spin around, able to get it to connect as it's 52-34 for the Comet lead.
And that's the problem Lakota West is not going to run into. They have a couple seniors, but most of them don't play. And a lot of these girls that have a lot of experience could be really good down the line. As we always know, Princeton didn't really have the year they wanted, but they had a couple of really good games here and there. They were 3rd in the GMC behind Lakota East. So all these teams in the GMC there's a lot of opportunity next year if this Comet team doesn't improve or stay the same next year.
Yeah, and we talk about Princeton. Princeton had a rough year they're 16-6. Their game against Fairfield just ended with a 63-26 win over the Fairfield Indians. And Princeton, their last loss was against these Mason Comets at Mason. It was a big game, 54-43 win. They were 7-6 at the end of that game, and then they were like, you know what? Let's just start winning. And they went on a huge win streak, just about an 8-game win streak.
Talk about a Princeton team that they lost a lot of their games because they decided to play a lot of those teams from out of state in a tournament. And it's a team that if I'm playing a 3-seeded Princeton that could easily win the state title, it's a tough matchup to be into.
Yeah.
It's a turnover there. Fox trying to get some points back. Keep this game look a little closer.
And we'll go out of bounds, and it will be Comet ball. And you talk about Princeton playing those teams out of state, playing a team from Oregon, a team from California, and a team from Pennsylvania. And then George Rogers Clark twice and split that series against that team. Again, they played a lot of out-of-state games as the toss out of bounds from Kessler. Incomplete. No one there.
The Comets ending in the zone defense to try and finish things off against Lakota West. Be another double-digit win. Comets won 61-47 the first time around. Assuming heads up. Kessler with a hard throw to Addie Gilman. And Coach Dudgeon says that's enough. We're going to take out Gilman. Watch here. An absolute fastball from Kessler. And that's a moment where you're a sophomore like Gilman. You're gonna remember in your senior year, like, that was one of the best moments on the court.
Oh, for sure, and that's something going to be one of her highlight moments that she tells people later on. Yeah, in high school basketball, I got ball right to the face, and definitely a funny moment. But at the end of the day, they get it done. 15 ticks remaining as that one's blocked by Schaefer and picked up by Herlinger.
10 seconds to go. Comets will finish it out. They'll be undefeated in the GMC for the first time since 2021. Their only loss against Anthony Wayne. The Comets will go into the bracket with a win here at home. I've been Isaac Varga alongside Trevor Rose. The Comets win 52-36.
21-1 on the season, 16-0, a perfect slate in the GMC. Again, like you said, heading into postseason, playing Western Hills today, Teacher Appreciation Day, and it was all Comets from the get-go. Gilman started it with a 3, and she was raining threes all night long. And again, a big win for the Comets.
Absolutely. We appreciate you tuning in to ICRC as the Comets will get that GMC title back to Mason. We'll be back for some more action in playoffs. Have a good night.